Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Film Buds podcast. This is episode number 58, and my name is Henry.
Chloe.
And unfortunately,
I'm Braden.
Yeah, unfortunately, no Braden today. We haven't heard anything from him over the last couple of days in terms of all the text I sent him. So I don't know what's going on. I'm guessing he's just very busy, but he should be back sometime soon. And
maybe he got a new phone number and forgot to tell us.
That sounds right.
Maybe with air quotes, forgot to tell us.
Yeah. But we are going to be talking about two Gus Van Sant movies today, which are Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot, and then we're going to be doing a retro review of one of his other bigger films, Milk, from 2008, about Harvey Milk.
Huge film.
Yeah, about the activist.
Oscars and all of it.
Yeah. Then we have a little bit of news and a big listener question this week, so all the usual stuff. So thank you for joining us. And we are about to have a little bit of a thunderstorm, it seems.
Always.
Yeah. Well, Chloe, how are you?
Fine. Yeah. Not much to report.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
I thought there was a lady and she was in front of me. I've been having lots of traffic issues lately for some reason. This wasn't really a traffic issue, but there was a lady and she was just, whilst driving, like in motion, she was peeling hard-boiled eggs out her window with both hands. And I found it very alarming.
It's very strange.
Yeah. I also basically ran out of gas because I stopped at 2 different gas stations because I was like, oh, I'm low on gas. And at both of them, there were people smoking. So, like, PSA, don't
Yikes.
smoke, but especially not gas stations. Like, watch Zoolander.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, don't do it.
It's a very, very real threat.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It was scary, so.
Ooh, we got rain coming down right now.
What the heck? Are you that much taller than me that you can see through those?
No, I can hear. Oh. Yeah, so sorry if you get a little...
Presumptuous.
Sorry if you get a little rain.
It's mood.
Yeah, true. Oh, yeah, well, I should say I've been kind of updating us on the show, so...
Tell us why we couldn't, I was going to say film, what's it even called? Record at the usual hour.
Yeah, so I am now officially, as of this past Monday, I am the...
Mr. Manager! Assistant to the regional manager!
Assistant manager at my coffee shop.
Yay.
And to celebrate the day before I was even had the title,
Yay.
I got to do a double shift there for the first time, which was real fun.
And I had to bake a cake with my sister.
Because I
couldn't get out of it because I didn't come here.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, we did I really like baking. Well, I don't. I like doing the decorating, and Gemma does all the grunt work, so that was fun.
Yeah. And so, I'm going to be starting a lot of the training tomorrow, which will be fun.
Then it'll be too good for everybody.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Other than that, not much is going on. Just been very busy at work, so.
Yeah. You know, part of why I like this experience is because I'm like, oh, maybe my kids can listen to this. And
this is our legacy, isn't it?
Or something. And God. And then it's better than a lot of people's. We're not doing that poorly.
You're not wrong.
Better 0 than a negative number.
Yeah.
What I always say.
Yeah.
But anyway, and I'm like, oh yeah, my kids can listen to it, know my life, but I can never remember anything once I'm on here. Period. Nothing. I don't know what I did this morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's ineffective.
Yeah, I went down to Weaver Street, got some coffee.
I went to the Weave this morning too.
Oh, really?
Different one.
Oh,
With my best friend Allie. That's what I did. I just remembered. I didn't forget you, Allie. I did, but then I didn't.
Yeah.
But then if we go back, can't remember anything. I've been sending my dad's still in New York. I've been sending him riddles to keep him amused. So.
Like what?
Well, they're visual riddles, so I can't really do that.
That's a shame. Wish I could.
Sorry.
Yeah. Maybe you can. Yeah. Too bad.
I'm trying to think of anything else. No. Nothing. No.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We're killing it right now. So
yeah,
I guess yeah.
What have I done? I don't know. Yep, nothing.
Okay, fair enough.
I tried to recall a song, but it didn't work.
All right.
Let's just keep.
Oh yeah. One thing, just no, this is completely random, but
I'll take it.
We were talking about a bunch of A24 movies recently.
The
two of us on the show about
yeah, you and I.
Yeah, about our favorites. Netflix has put almost the entire A24 filmography on Netflix right now.
On Summer Nights.
No,
that was a joke in two different ways. Don't bother. It's terrible and it's on Amazon. Side note, I refuse to buy anything from Amazon because they're part of what's destroying the infrastructure of this country socially.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen those exposés about the staff, how they treat their staff?
Yeah. That's
so I won't buy on Amazon. And Gemma buys everything on Amazon. And I'm like, Gemma, please stop. Well, you got to stop, Henry. Figure it out. I'm serious. My best friend Kaylee told me one of her really good history teachers said that everything you purchase is a vote. So this you can waste your time on because you don't pay for it. But other stuff, you're having influence, even if it's teeny weeny.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Oh, I accidentally bought 6 security systems. That did happen.
What?
Oh my God, I know. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be so grown up and buy this. I just realized there's a whole soundboard on your dog bed. That's funny. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, whoops! I forgot to put that away. Sorry, you shouldn't have seen that.
So, I'll get over it eventually. Years of therapy.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be so grown up and I'm going to buy an alarm system for our house because it's really, really weird that we don't have one. But my best friend always leaves our house unlocked, but no more information because I don't want you to rob my best friend. But anyway, they always leave it unlocked. It's very country thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The traffic was so bad here because there were a bunch of tractors all over the place. That's also today I've just been like, oh my God, I really do live in the South. So anyway, what else was I saying? I don't know. Oh yeah, so I accidentally bought, so I was like, oh yeah, I'm so grown up. And I was like, oh, this is so sleek and clean. It's just I figured it would come in a teeny little box and I could just install it myself, which I did in 10 minutes, but I also set off the panic alarm in about 2 seconds because I forgot the code that I had just created. And then the police called me you okay? And I'm like, my bad. I'm trying to set this up. I'm really sorry.
What a mess.
Won't happen again. So I accidentally ordered, a bunch of them. So I guess send the rest back unless you need an alarm system. But
I ordered some socks the other day. They got here from Amazon. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Yeah,
that's okay. We can't all. It's good because if everybody was like me, then nobody would actually do anything because we'd all be so crippled by our existential and empathetic anxiety that nothing would happen. Which in a way would be good because then the environment would be allowed to flourish again. But we can stop now. Yeah, I know you didn't know there was so much. That's why. When I say things out loud, it sounds so ridiculous because there's so many words at one time in my brain that that's really funny. I also just realized this is because my sister asked to borrow my computer to watch stuff because mine's bigger than hers or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, Chloe, why'd your YouTube? I listen to all my everything except for music, even that sometimes on 1.5 because I'm like, why do people talk so slow? But I think it's just that I talk fast. That listening to 1.5 is my
feels
standard.
Normal.
Yeah, and I try to slow it down for this show. Not right now, but when we start talking, I start trying to talk more slowly.
Right.
Yeah, apparently I also say a lot of words weird. But I can stop myself. I stopped myself before because I said anything, but I usually say anything.
Anything.
Yeah. And I say weekend. People think that's weird.
That's
I'll see you this weekend, but
that's like Tarantino saying particularly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I've never been compared to Quentin Tarantino before, except probably by Gemma because she thinks I'm very violent.
I haven't gotten that so far, but
I've toned it down. I used to beat her up a lot when I was a teeny. I would say ages 16 months to 4 years. She really got the crap beaten out of her. Yeah. But what can you do?
Yeah. What can you do? All right. Well, I guess we can just move on to our first review, which is Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot. And we have a clip, so take a listen.
Hey, Taylor, where's that girl I was just talking to?
The redhead girl?
Yeah.
I think she just left with some friends.
She left the party? Good for her.
You
guys are still here.
I guess.
Ow, it's Dexter. I'm Dexter. Hey, I'm Dexter.
John.
John, how about that girl?
She left.
She was digging you, man. Yeah, take you home. Have a little sophisticated LA sex.
All she wanted to do is talk about her colon.
That's what all people in LA talk about, their colons. And that's because they're all assholes.
Yes!
All right.
Oh my god, he's directed 49 things.
He's pretty prolific.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
I don't like any of them.
Huh. So Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot is directed by Gus Van Sant and stars Joaquin Phoenix, Jonah Hill, Rooney Mara, Jack Black, Tony Greenhand. I guess that's about it. And the synopsis is on the...
Danny Elfman's dead cat.
Correct.
I'm serious. That sleeping cat was Danny Elfman's stuffed cat. What the heck?
What the heck? Yeah, so the synopsis is on the rocky path to sobriety after a life-changing accident. John Callahan discovers the healing power of art, willing his injured hands into drawing hilarious, often controversial cartoons, which bring him a new lease on life. I'm exhausted. And so, yeah, this one was at Sundance. My sister saw it.
Oh, what'd she think?
She liked it. And, well, you were just saying you're not really much of a Van Sant fan.
That's pretty good. It's not great. Are we trying to do puns?
I wasn't, but...
Yeah. No, I'm not. Nope. I just am not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't find it very interesting.
I mean, he's kind of hit and miss with me, but I do like... I mean, we'll get to it, but I like Milk a lot. And I did like this a good bit.
Milk is probably my favorite, but that's not saying a whole lot.
Yeah.
Because I just don't like him very much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say. I don't know. He just hits a note that I don't like the sound of, basically, kind of all the time. We're on different wavelengths or something.
That's fair.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't find him a very interesting director. I think he's kind of... I don't know. I think you should go first.
Well, I thought the movie was pretty good. I heard good things about it when I was at Sundance, and I, of course, love Joaquin Phoenix and Rooney Mara.
And his new love. They're dating. They've been dating since 2016.
Well, there you go.
They're in it to win it.
Yeah. And so I was...
And they're only in movies together now, so...
Yeah. And I mean, I thought it was very entertaining, and I liked the kind of characterization of this situation, and I thought it was done, at least, of course, I'm not paraplegic, but I thought it was done tastefully, and it is based off a memoir or novel.
Correct.
A real guy.
Memoir.
And so, I mean, I felt like that definitely gave it a little bit of extra weight to it.
It's a whole thing. Should I give you the history real quick?
I guess so.
Okay, so John Callahan was like, I want to make this a movie, because he was famous and rich or whatever at that point, right? He had connections, as it were. So he was like, and I want Robin Williams to star in it, and I want Gus Van Sant to direct it. So we're going to make that happen. So they worked on it for like 8 years, apparently, 2 different scripts, never came through. Then Bryan Singer later, when John Callahan died, bought the rights. He was going to make it. He had artistic differences with the studio, fell through again. Now, here we are. 2018. And, in regards to it being done tastefully, it's actually, I was pleasantly surprised, because usually we've talked about it a lot recently, because it's been a big deal recently, the kind of representation, how it needs to be done, whatever, right?
Right.
Kind of one of the only thing I don't really, my opinion is muddled on. Usually I'm pretty, I have an informed opinion on that whole thing. I don't really know. I'm just like, it's acting. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, the race thing is a little more clear for me. But the rest of it, I'm like, I don't know. But on this, he was like, apparently they had discussed trying to find someone in a similar situation And John Callahan was like, no, I want Robin Williams. Yeah. And then now, but they do talk about it in interviews at the moment, which is kind of interesting. But obviously for this movie, you can't have an actual, yeah, I mean, you could, I'm sure they could figure it out, but it jumps around times, basically. He walks sometimes, he's different levels of physical movement throughout.
Yeah, so it wouldn't really work with.
Right. It'd be tricky business.
Yeah.
But that's just a little oral history for you there on that.
Little back history. There you go.
Yeah.
And I mean, I really like Joaquin Phoenix, and as well as Rooney Mara. I did find Jonah Hill's look to be a little too over the top.
I thought all the looks were too. I was like, we know it's the 70s, okay. Especially they didn't even have music to really match. You know, I'm here for Danny Elfman, right?
Sure.
But the music, basically, I'm sorry, I'm just totally cutting you off. I told you to go first.
That's okay. Well, I mean, I that's probably one of the characters that I found the least interesting, or I kind of got annoyed by him. But I liked everybody else. I like Jack Black. Kind of good to have him back in a nice little kind of comedic role. And
what?
Well, I mean,
sorry. Oh, so you're a nut job. It's not that funny, buddy.
Oh, I know that.
It's like the least comedic role of all the roles.
No, but I mean, at times there's some humor there, and I think that, or I should just say, an interesting.
Maybe a Wolf of Wall Street kind of humor.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's dark humor, let's say.
Something.
I mean, let's say an interesting role.
Yeah. I'm always here for Jack Black.
Yeah. I'm not. This was not, Chicken Run. To me, this wasn't.
Hey. I would say it's not Chicken Run because Chicken Run's the best movie to ever.
It is hilarious, but I'm not saying. Don't worry, he won't get far on foot.
Chicken Run's pretty dark too, actually. I'm sorry,
Anyhow.
Henry. There's no Brayden to cut the Chloe for
That's
Henry,
true.
so he's gonna have a breakdown.
Yeah. So I mean, I wasn't crazy about Jonah Hill, but it wasn't a big detractor for me. But
let me ask you though: was it Jonah Hill, or was it the character he was there to portray in the way he was? Because he didn't choose his clothes.
Well, I felt like it was a little bit of both. It was a little bit of the look and a little bit of the performance. It was just a little too over the top.
Jonah Hill, I think, was my favorite performance. Actually,
really,
I didn't think it was over the top. I thought, I mean, a lot of his characters that he's rather, I guess, kind of effeminate, whatever, and I thought he pulled it together pretty well. I thought, as far as respectful, I thought his was a good.
Oh, I think it was respectful.
Portray. What I mean to say is, I don't think it was over the top. I think he made it seem very natural and real. 2-time Oscar nominee. People forget.
Oh, yeah.
Jonah Hill, man.
He's got some chops.
Wowza.
Yeah.
And he was named Donnie in Wolf of Wall Street. Oh, my God.
Crazy world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's not a ton I have to say about it. It's just, it was entertaining. It was at times, heartwarming or heart-wrenching, and I felt like it was an interesting take on this type of story.
Brayden.
Really?
Oh, you're okay. Uh-oh. Well, anyway.
Give us the update.
Nope. Anyway, should I say what I thought about it? Henry's going to cry. Don't read it, Henry.
Okay, so...
No, don't. Don't read it. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So back to it. Yeah. Well, Brayden's not going to be able to join us. A little too busy. But anyways, look at that rain outside.
Oh, no. Henry's brain's melting. Should I say what I thought?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay,
Please
great.
do.
Okay. So I didn't hate it, but I also didn't find it very interesting. I don't know. Also, the cutting was really confusing for me. I guess the editing was not my fave. The style of it.
Yeah. Well, did you find it?
I also didn't have emotions about it.
You didn't?
I'm really Black Klansman better be good. I tell you.
I've heard it's supposed to be pretty great.
I know. I'm having kind of a dry spell with these movies.
Cinema is dead.
I know it.
Yeah.
Man.
If you think about it, it's been a pretty lame year so far.
Yeah, not been great.
Yeah, because last year by this time we had what? Dunkirk, we had Valerian, we had War for the Planet of the Apes, we had Logan,
right?
Had Atomic Blonde for you, We had
Wow.
King Arthur, brilliant.
Oh, that wasn't well, okay, yeah. There was a lot going on, though, was the point.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
that is
this,
quite a difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stark.
And so, hopefully...
But we have had...
What?
So we have
American
had...
Animals?
Yeah.
That's true.
What a good movie.
Yeah, we have had that.
Wow.
And, yeah, so, I mean, we've just had a good handful of good films, not many great ones so far. But who knows what...
yeah.
The rest of the year will bring.
But anyway, so yeah, it's kind of in the same way Hot Summer Nights was like checked all the boxes but didn't work for me. I feel very similarly about this one actually. I don't know. Also we've discussed this, and this is more of a personal thing, but I have a difficult time trying to stay with characters that I just think are just
despicable,
terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm not even being like PC because like the cartoons or whatever, but in general, I'm just like, okay.
They're not your favorite kind of people.
Let's hop on up and keep it moving and don't feel bad for yourself because, I mean, come on now. But also, that was obviously, I need to learn a little bit more about empathy maybe in some ways. And I really did try to. And this did kind of open me up to that because I'm like, Chloe, your experience is not his experience. He's going through the journey. Don't be so uppity. Moral, high ground, whatever, like...
Just let it wash over you, you know?
Yeah, but also he sucked in conversation and stuff, so it made it harder. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I just couldn't get behind the character at all, like... And I feel bad about it.
Don't feel bad.
I also feel like I'm only really thinking about this now, and I'm sure this was for reasons, but one thing that might have thrown off to me, again, everything felt kind of washed over, like the... physical difficulties, I feel like were kind of not addressed very much.
Yeah, but
I feel like it should have shifted more mood. I feel like he should have had.
That was kind of the point because it's like he's just a person. It's not going to be like stronger, in that way.
Right,
where it's
but
all
I mean,
about the
I've been through a
physical.
lot less, and it's been like it's the hardest thing you'll ever deal with is having like. Part of you shut down or whatever.
Immobility.
Yeah, much less like all of you. But I just think they could have emphasized it a little. But again, that's personal preference, probably because I've dealt with not that, but like a lot of similar stuff.
This is Leave No Trace all over again.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, this time I'm saying, meh.
Just didn't do it for you.
It could be either way.
Yeah.
That's a whole different. But yeah, and then Loki. Oh, I listened to another review and I was like, yeah, literally in the car. I was like, yes, queen, because okay, roll your eyes now so you don't do it later. Okay, thank you. So the only lady reviewer really, really shadily at the very end of the review was like, oh yeah, not to mention Rooney Mara, the manic pixie dream girl who just like popped in out of nowhere and fell in love with him for no apparent reason. Okay. I was like, yes, that's so true. It's so true. Where'd she come from? What's her deal? No.
Where does anybody come from? Someone could walk into the cop shop and be like, Henry, you rock, and we fall in love. There you go.
To his hospital room? What the heck?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's bizarre. It was so weird.
It's a little odd, but...
It sucked. I hated that.
Okay.
And there were 2 feet. No. So, I didn't like that at all. Also, cancer of the heart, what the heck is she talking about? She was in the story for like 10 years. I was so confused. I was like, first of all, I've never heard of heart cancer. It might happen. Maybe it's like blood cancer. I don't know. But also, just like, it's just to make, Should
we do a medical check here?
I should ask my dad. Gary.
Or we could just look it up online. Here.
No, he'll know. He's king.
Okay.
Should I call him? He'll like really want to be on the show.
I mean, if you really...
I?
If you want.
We're bringing in the doctor.
Yeah.
He will love... My dad's probably like the biggest fan.
I always appreciate it. He's always he supports me a lot.
I'm just gonna ask him one
really
question.
Appreciative.
If he doesn't answer me, oh my god.
That's it.
Pissed.
That's it. Yeah.
Hello? Papa?
What?
Are you here?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a medical question for you for the podcast.
What's that?
I have a medical question for you.
Oh, yeah?
Is there such a thing as heart cancer?
No.
Can you state your qualifications?
My qualifications, 2 doctorates in medical subjects.
Yeah.
And 45 years of experience.
Okay, great. So definitely no thing is heart cancer. Also, in the 70s...
Well, theoretically, it is possible.
Okay, well, in the 70s...
I've never heard of it as a problem. Usually the heart will stop first.
Okay, enough. Okay, enough. Okay, second part. In the 70s, did ladies ever just walk into hospital rooms and, like, chill with patients?
Sure.
Did who?
Just random women or people.
Should we get into that?
Is that allowed?
Well,
that's against HIPAA, right?
Well, mercy killing.
Oh.
Is that what you're talking about? Like,
no.
Not mercy
That's not what I
killing.
said. Okay, love you.
I thought you said, did somebody walk into the hospital and kill people?
That got grim. Real grim.
No, I didn't. Is there anything you want to say on the podcast, Papa?
Besides mercy killing?
No.
You can say hi to Gemma.
Keep up the good work. What, Gemma's there?
No. She just, never mind. She listens to this. Okay, all right.
Hi, Gemma. Hey, guys.
Okay,
really
love
well.
you.
Hope this call doesn't mean that you don't have anything to talk about.
Okay, love you.
Never.
Love you. Bye.
Yeah, so that was Chloe and Gemma's father.
Mercy killings.
Friend of the show. Yeah, so, well, there you go.
Dr. Strauss.
Yeah, medical check there.
So theoretically,
fails.
heart cancer the thing, but not really.
Yeah. Man, I'm glad I got that one out of the way. That was bugging me.
No, it actually was bugging me, so.
I'm not surprised. I mean.
All right. Well,
there have been
anyway,
other things, yeah.
I did not like how they addressed Rooney Mara. That was bizarre.
Well, I liked her
I liked
still.
her fine, but guess what? She was just like a device, and I'm not here for that. So there. Most of them were like the guy who was like, see, I'm not just being like whatever about this. I can just feminism. Some of the men characters weren't true well either. Like, it was so confusing. The one guy's line was like, I hate women. Like, what the
Some men
heck
do
is
hate
your
women.
problem? Yeah, but he was just, then he was like, sorry guys. What the heck was that about? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but it's
bizarre.
Yeah, well,
I'm just not here for it. It all just really missed the mark. Maybe it's not my sense of humor or something. The only thing I thought was funny was drink water, because that's funny.
Did you think it was funny when he's rolling and he like topples over?
What?
It's in the trailer, you know.
What's that?
When he's walking.
Oh, in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
Probably.
Some good visual comedy there.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty funny.
Yeah.
I also was with Connor.
I saw you leaving the Chelsea.
You did? Oh
Yeah.
my God, I should have said bye. I feel so bad.
No, I mean you're like ways away.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there with my best friend Connor, and he is the most like cynical, dark humor person ever. So like,
I'm aware.
So if ever I'm like not feeling great about a movie, I'll be like, Connor, you want to see a movie? And then he's like, no, because your movies always suck. But it's because I always take him to ones I'm not, because I want to have a better experience.
Yeah.
So I take him, but then I'm like, I'll buy you a Diet Coke. And he's like, okay.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
But he always says not to tell his boyfriend that he's drinking Diet Coke. And I'm like, what would possibly possess me to text your boyfriend that I barely know and be like, hey, guess what?
Yeah. I'm more of a
my
Coke
God.
Zero kind of guy.
Also, I don't know if this is appropriate on the podcast, but I think it is. I'm not trying to trash anybody. I'm saying this respectfully because I think it's amusing and like you go for caring about what you do. Plus, you were doing customer service, so it's totally fine, and I totally get it. But I thought it was amusing. We've talked about Passion Phil on here before, right?
Passion Phil, love the guy.
So Passion Phil, Connor and I were standing waiting at the concession area. And Passion Phil was doing his job because he was talking to a woman who clearly had just seen a movie for probably, as far as we saw, at least 8 minutes about, like, Russia, like, 1612, like, whatever, stuff.
Yeah.
And it was amusing. And then the whole time, and then Jesus came up.
Of course.
And the whole time, and Connor has about the same interest and affinity and ability as far as historical, those kind of things. So Connor's just like saltedly like whispering like that's not quite it, like the whole time about So yes, there we
Putting
go.
it to Passion Phil. Yeah. Well, if you are listening, Phil, get your facts straight. You know.
No, but you did a good job. You were fine.
Yeah.
I just thought it was worth mentioning. It's like the most Chelsea experience you can have is someone. What are people who work called? Whatever. Employee? I don't know. Someone who... It's just such a Chelsea thing to have an employee just be talking about, like, classical Russian history with a
literature and all that
patron.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And at Joe Van Gogh, a lot of times we have customers who would just sit there and talk for, 20 minutes.
That's true.
Yeah.
I totally forgot. I'm so sorry.
We've gotten way off
getting us
track
all over
here.
the place. I just miss you, Henry. Never
I
see
miss
you.
I miss you too. Yeah. Oh, I went to Crazy House and got some pens the other day.
You did?
Yep.
Why didn't you go when I was there, dummy?
I didn't know you were there.
That's stupid.
And we are down to one pen, so I needed to.
Oh, you got them for the
store. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. Was Kaylee there?
Nope. It was just Al, actually. I'd never spoken to Al, actually. So
You've never talked to Alan?
nope.
Oh my God. Was he
Nope.
normal with you?
He was pretty normal.
Oh, he's seen you. He's described you before.
Okay.
But usually he's cray-cray in a good way. He's like the kindest being.
Right.
But he's like an event of a man.
Yeah.
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 He has like the energy of all 5 Queer Eye guys put together. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
So I basically just didn't like the movie very much.
That's fair.
I like Jonah Hill. I'm always here for Jack Black. I'm not really a Joaquin Phoenix person, mostly because every time I say Joaquin out loud, before that, in my head, I say Jaquan.
You're gonna start saying that from
It's
now
like
on.
how I usually say anything unless I try to
Joaquin
say
Phoenix.
anything.
Yeah.
Jaquan,
It's
yeah.
got a nice ring to it.
Oh, geez. So,
Yeah. Okay.
but that's not really
Well,
his fault.
No.
I'm glad he's alive again.
Yeah.
So I was never really you were never whatever. No, sorry, what was that called? The
You were
documentary?
never really here? Oh, I'm not really here.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Something like that.
Fuck it. So
Yeah, basically.
okay, well, star ratings. I'll go 4. I'll go 4.
I feel like we didn't talk about it enough. I'm not over it. But fine. I give it a 2.
2. Okay.
I don't even know why.
But sorry, my dog is scratching at the door.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess you want to just move on to Milk.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I feel dissatisfied about the review, but I also feel dissatisfied about the movie.
Well, we can bring it back up, as
That's
we
true.
always do.
That's very true.
We always do. So, okay. Well, let's jump into our retro review of Gus Van Sant's Milk from 2008, and we have a clip for this one too. So take a listen.
Hey, I like the way those pants fit. Where are you from, kid?
Sorry, old man, not interested.
Where's home?
Phoenix!
Phoenix. Come here. Just come here a minute. I'm Harvey Milk. I'm running for supervisor. What's your name?
Cleve Jones.
Cleve Jones. You're adorable. we should get you over here and get you registered, Mr. Jones.
Fuck that. Elections of any kind are fucking bourgeois affectation.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
What do? Trick up on Polk Street?
If I need the cash. But I'm a little bit more selective about my clients than you are.
Okay, let me ask you one thing before you go back to work. What was it like to be a little queer in Phoenix? Did all the jocks beat you up in gym class?
Well, Kaylee will... Are you recording?
Yeah.
Nothing, it was personal.
Okay, well, we can get to that later. All right, so
Priorities.
Milk is directed by Gus Van Sant and was released in 2008 and stars Sean Penn.
Oh, God, I did it again. I'm so sorry.
Sean Penn, Emil Hirsch, Josh Brolin, Diego Luna, James Franco, Allison Pill, Victor Garber.
What a cast.
Yeah, pretty big cast there. And the synopsis is the story of
Dennis
Harvey
O'Hare
Milk.
is in it.
Dennis O'Hare, yeah.
That's huge.
And the story of Harvey Milk and his
Lucas
struggles
Grabio from High School Musical.
as an
Thank God.
American gay activist who fought for gay rights and became California's first openly gay elected official.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this one definitely got plenty of buzz when it came out. I actually didn't see it until maybe a year and a half ago.
What?
Just yeah, it's never caught it for whatever reason. But I mean, I think it's quite good. I think with Sean Penn, how you and Braden oftentimes say Daniel Day-Lewis is like too over the top or just kind of rubs you the wrong way. I kind of find it the same way with Sean Penn sometimes. Like
Really?
he's kind of hit and miss.
Wow.
Like I really like him in this, but there are other times where I think goes a little too far in trying to get into a character. But usually I like him. I do like him a lot in this. And I mean, yeah, it's a very entertaining and I think very relevant biopic, especially now.
Oh yeah,
you know?
And at the time because they had just repealed gay marriage in California.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, so it definitely has some shelf life.
Yeah, unfortunate. Maybe it won't always. But
Yeah,
it does
yeah, hopefully
now.
not. But yeah, and even not even just with fighting for gay rights, but just for people kind of standing up for
some grassroots.
Kind of
stuff.
fighting against the
Because he wasn't even a
system.
very big official, but he made a huge difference. So.
Yeah,
Even not just because he was assassinated either.
yeah.
You know.
I mean, I think for the most part, it plays out pretty well and feels pretty inspired. But I think at times it does start to feel at times like just a biopic. Like it just kind of hits a few of the bullet points and is maybe at times a little too safe. But I think it's definitely one of the more memorable and interesting ones out there that I can think of. And I mean,
that was a really confusing statement.
Sorry, no, it's one of them. God, this is a disaster. So
no, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the more interesting biopics that I can think of, and definitely feels very memorable. And like we said, it definitely has a shelf life, so it kind of leaves an impression.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta. It's the age old thing of you just have to start with really good content.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's directed pretty well.
Up.
I mean, there's nothing incredible about it, but I think it's
fine.
It's well done, I think, and I think the performances across the board are pretty.
I think
solid as well.
Those are the standout in the whole thing, are the performances.
James Franco.
Oh my God,
love the guy.
Love Jay Frank. Yeah, always.
Josh Brolin's very good, and he
is.
Sean Penn have a very good back and forth.
They do.
And yeah, Emil Hirsch kind of pops up one of his early roles.
Yeah, I think this was right after Into the Wild, right? I think so.
I think it was around the same time.
I think this is like his follow up to his breakout.
He's kind of like he just kind of goes in and out. Like
he does. I kind of like it.
Yeah,
you live your life, Emil Hirsch.
Because he was in Lone Survivor, and he's been in a couple other things, but then he kind of drops off for a while, but then comes right back. So
like Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just kidding. Nobody's like Leo.
Yeah, sure.
Closest is Jay Frank.
Oh yeah, did you see that Margot Robbie still of?
I did.
What you think?
She's pretty. What do you mean?
Yeah. Although it was a little ridiculous when they released it. It was either on like Fandango or Rotten Tomatoes. They said, "Look at Margot Robbie's amazing transformation." And it's like she looks almost the exact same.
Did they do anything to her to change her hair, which is also the same?
Little bit. I mean, maybe a little makeup or something. But I was like, she almost looks the exact same.
No, she looks exactly the same.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, settle down.
That's very odd.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to know something that makes me doubt the movie more?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah.
What?
It's because we know I've gone back and forth about like, well, I don't like it when they kind of abuse actual situation, or not abuse. What's the word I always use? Dang it. You know the word I always use? When it's like they...
Take advantage of?
No, good enough. When they kind of utilize a terrible situation for their own benefit.
Yeah. Exploit it?
Yeah, we got there.
Something like that.
Yeah. You know, it seems like borderline exploitative, not a fan. Mm-hmm. And I was like, but it's Quentin Tarantino's all these people I really like, right? But it's coming out on like the anniversary of the murders or something. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Just had to put that one on.
That's not like, no.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Not.
A little messed up.
That is not classy.
Come on, Tarantino. Although, who knows? It could have been the studio's choice, but either way.
Whomever it was.
Not the wisest of choices, but.
No. I mean, it's smart, but that's nasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with Milk, I think it's I mean, similar to Don't Worry, at least for me, it's just very entertaining. There's nothing amazing, but it's very solid and well done. And
yeah,
I think that I think the assassination is also a very like very effective moment in the film. Whereas I think at times movies like this could become way too serious or again feel exploitative. But I think this one does it very tastefully and.
Oh yeah, this one's correct. I mean, this is, I think, as far as the genre, I think this is about as good as it gets. basically, in the way it's meant to. You know, I think it's doing what it's trying to do.
Exactly.
Which is a feat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love the acting. I feel you with Sean. Okay, so Sean Penn is like apparently not a very nice person, but and I think that I don't know. I've never like loved him, but he has had some really good, like you see, I Am Sam.
Yeah,
he's really good in that.
And even his small part.
Every time I watch I Am Sam, I like just bawl the whole time.
Yeah, and even his small part in Secret Life of Walter Mitty, I liked. Did you
Yeah,
as the photographer, I thought he was
the jerk.
I thought he was great in that.
Yeah. I love that. I have like a weird soft spot for that movie.
The
original too.
My best friend from college absolutely loves it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a sweet movie.
Yeah, it is.
Just a happy. Yeah, I really like it. What can I say?
No one really talks about it much anymore.
No one ever. It was a flop.
Yeah, that's true.
It was like a total flop.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
Yeah.
It's got a cool poster. What more do you want?
If it's got the poster, then that's all you need.
True. Meg, you know Meg.
Meg, friend of the show.
I was waiting for you to say that, yeah. She is desperately waiting. She's going to grab all the posters she can from the Meg.
Oh, nice.
She also,
you want to review that?
If she comes on. But she won't, because she's the funniest person I know, except not with people that she has known for at least a decade, probably.
Oh, okay.
Who, especially if they haven't bought her anything, then there's no way.
Yeah.
But maybe if you like participate in National Meg Day sometime, she'll come in. But anyway, yeah, she wants that poster so bad. And then she found out Dwight was in the movie.
Oh, right, he is.
Because like all of her friends texted her, being like, "Dwight's in this movie." And she's like, "Oh my god, I need every poster."
Dumb,
I was under the impression there was a kid at camp. He was like a mini little professional football player. Like had that, but he was like super cute and super woke. And he was like, yeah, my parents aren't, but I am. And I was like, why'd you, you go, right? So then he was talking about all this stuff. He's like, yeah. And he was listing all these, we asked him what his favorite movies were. And he was listing all these kind of action movies, but like all to do with sharks, like basically every shark movie.
Nice.
And then he said The Meg. And for some reason, I was under the impression that was just like a Melissa McCarthy movie. So it's like, what, Melissa McCarthy? And he was like, yeah. I thought it was the like college one she had that came out. But for some reason I thought it was called The Meg. I don't know what happened in my brain there. But anyway, yeah, it was like, and he was like, yeah. And I'm like, really? And he was like, yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to see The Meg 100 times. Okay.
Okay, man. Okay, you do you.
But that obviously was not what he was talking. I also got in a fight with a kid about the Da Vinci Code.
What? How so?
I was trying to tell him politely that it's just not true.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like...
How old is the kid?
He was 12.
Yeah. He'll get
like,
there.
It is true.
He'll
like,
get there.
No. The problem, well, it's not a problem. The thing with this situation is he's like super smart, but it's like genius.
He's like Passion Phil, but
yeah, it's like genius mixed with child. So there's just like no understand because he kept referencing like the internet. I was like, boy, you can't believe 90% of what you read. It's just not a thing. But anyway, so that was oh my god,
poor kid,
poor Josh.
Yeah.
Like my cousin always says, well, my step cousin always says, well, because she's a professor at a university and she always tells stories about her students being idiots. And she's always like, we'll call him Josh because that's his name.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. Classic that teacher.
Yeah. What? Oh, milk. Yeah. I mean, Loki, basically, I would rather just watch a documentary about
Usually, I think that's the way it is, yeah.
Especially with him, because he was such a, Jesus, I was going to say charismatic guy. Mm-hmm. And it's just, there's a lot of footage, and there's that.
It could have been like a Amy almost, just like very much a footage driven.
Totally. That would have been great. And obviously there are still many around who witnessed it.
Yeah.
You know, in many of its forms. So I think that'd be somebody make that.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
Today, I'd watch it, especially in the given climate.
Yeah, definitely.
Which hopefully we'll be able to stop saying eventually, but apparently not.
No.
Which is one of the things I was thinking when I was watching. I was like, well, this is kind of comforting. Because I like cried a lot when I was watching it. I was like, but this is kind of comforting to know that like things have always been bad, but like still kicking.
Yeah, we're still going.
And it's obviously
America.
It's gotten worse in a lot of ways, but it's also gotten better in a lot of ways. So I guess this highlighted that in some respects.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some.
But that's probably a really privileged thing of me to say. But anyway.
Well, I mean, I think there are definitely some ups and downs. I think we're definitely in a down right now.
Yeah,
And
spiral.
so it is to put it delicately. But I think it is interesting to see or comforting to see people like this who are still or who have fought in the past or reminds you of people now who are still trying to. Like the Hispanic the lady who won in New York.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like someone like her, like very much fighting for rights.
YGG.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, again, it's very relevant, and I definitely appreciate that about it.
And so meta, because obviously everyone who's taking part in the film agrees too. So it's like, oh my god, so much is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's fine. He just doesn't really thrill me as a filmmaker. And with a name like Gus Van Sant, it should be exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I saw The Sea of Trees, which was his last movie, which got like...
Oh, is that the McConaughey?
Yeah.
Naomi Watts?
Insanely, horrendously bad reviews, but I thought it was all right. But
what happens in it?
He's this guy who wants to...
He goes to Japan?
Yeah, to the suicide forest.
Jesus. That's why... Okay, look. I don't know what... You explain to me what this is. Is it because they all, like, have, like, sleepovers? And they're like, oh, my God, I want to tell you this idea I'm thinking of, like, in Hollywood. And then they all... Because it's, like... It's always, like, there's a bunch of suicide forest movies at once, or, like, a bunch of this movie at once.
Yeah, there is that...
What
the Natalie Dormer movie that's...
I saw that one.
Did you?
Okay, look, I've talked about this. I go to the beach with Mary and Meg, and they just watch horror movies every night. So I've seen, like, Krampus. I've seen, like, Poltergeist or whatever. I've seen, like, the one with the evil grandparents and all those.
Oh, The Visit. That's the Night Shyamalan movie, yeah.
And I've seen loads. I'm trying to think.
You see The Purge?
Yes, I saw The Purge, the first one there. And I've seen The Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ooh, the remake?
No. The original.
Oh, nice.
And that because we go to thrift shops and buy their horror movies is how we find the ones to watch. Cool. Which is, well, we get one from a Redbox and one from a thrift store for every night that we're there. Yeah. Some of them have turned really weird.
Yeah.
The ones we bought from the thrift shop, when some of those were like, oops, not what we thought.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What were you talking about beforehand? I felt like it was something good.
I don't know how we got here. Henry saying that to himself in a more broad sense.
No.
Gus Van Sant.
Oh yeah. Oh no, but the
I still don't know.
The Sea of Trees was the
Suicide Forest.
Suicide Forest, and then around the same time there was the Natalie Dormer one, just called The Forest.
She's in my pick of the week.
Really? Which I heard that one was pretty horrendous.
It was so bad. Also, okay, listen. Disclaimer: I talk the whole time through these horror movies.
That could do it.
I'm not really paying attention, but. It made no sense.
You could tell, though.
They were like twins. Like, it was so weird.
Oh, twins.
And Lady Gaga's ex-fiance. Oh, my God. No, it was not good. It was not good.
Yeah, but with The Sea of Trees, it's definitely very sentimental. Like, I think that's probably one of the reasons why it was criticized. It does get a little too, emotion-y, drama-y. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. But... I thought it was interesting. It takes place in this forest, and it's
dramatic. That took me a minute too. Wow,
something like that. But I think it is an interesting story, at least. But it definitely.
What's the story?
So he's either divorced from his wife, or he's kind of about to get separated.
Yeah,
and he's just so completely
lost,
and his career isn't where he wants it to be.
What is he?
He's a writer.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I know, as writers go, but. And he goes to the suicide forest in Japan, the kind of infamous forest.
And he bumps into Logan Paul.
Who?
Okay, so it's funny because I didn't know who he was either until this was like huge thing in the news, but you missed it.
Who's Logan Paul?
He's like on YouTube. I don't really know the YouTube world.
Me neither.
But he's on the YouTube, and he's like a gazillionaire from YouTube. But he's like a horrible person, basically. And
is this the guy that got like? Is it all in the news? Who said something really distasteful and?
He filmed in the suicide forest and was like, "Look, a dead person."
Oh.
like that kind of stuff. But like thought it was funny. I don't know.
Oh yeah, well yeah. So he goes to the forest.
It is a very odd thing.
It is, but he goes to the forest to commit suicide, and as he's doing that, he sees Ken Watanabe.
Okay.
Yeah, who's
I'm a fan.
who's gotten lost in the forest and is almost kind of near death, pretty
Trying
much.
to get out.
And so he helps him, and then they.
Oh my God! What if he's like, oh my goodness, somebody I loved committed suicide. So now I'm gonna pretend that I need help in the suicide force to give someone purpose, so then they don't kill themselves.
I don't know.
Is that what happens?
Well, so they both end up getting kind of lost because he chased.
Oh jeez.
No, because
did they bring a portable charger or not?
No, because so he chases after him, and then but he ends up, of course, since he kind of went off trail, they end up getting lost, and so it's about them being together and kind of talking about their lives, and there are flashbacks to.
Oh, she's the wife.
She's the wife.
Oh gosh.
And so then you see their kind of dysfunctional relationship.
I'm very irritated by this whole thing.
About them trying to get out and trying to just talking about their problems, and it's nothing brilliant, but I definitely wasn't deserving of the 4% it had on Rotten Tomatoes. I think just people thought it was just right below average, and so Rotten Tomatoes just kind of dropped it way down. But
interesting. This has like an 80%, or not the What are we on?
Milk.
No, the other one. Don't worry. That has like an 80%.
Yeah,
I think on Rotten
Tomatoes.
I mean,
I think people were generally favoring it.
Boring. And also upsetting, and there's
no shame in that.
Oh boy, so much about it.
Yeah.
Also, the comics are really offensive, and I don't understand.
But yeah, I mean, but that's kind of.
But it's not. The Klansman one's funny, but you can make fun of horrible people.
Yeah, but I mean, if the person is in that position, I think it kind of gives them at least some right to make jokes about that.
Yeah, but some of them were really bad.
We can't,
All right, we'll move past. It's a different time and blah, 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 blah.
It's the 70s.
Oh, my God.
Okay, well, out of 5 stars for Milk, I think I'll go 4 on this one, too.
Okay, should I tell you what came into my head?
Of course, as you do usually.
What came into my head, and I don't like this image, but it's what's there, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's kind of tacky, but it's like fireworks that are shaped like hearts, and beneath is a park of everybody just looking up and enjoying them.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So it's not revolutionary. I mean, the subject matter is, I guess, quite literally, but
the content,
the way it was put together, is not. I'm not like, wow, what did I just? But everybody should see it.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely worth watching if you haven't.
There's a lot to it, and it's if you're on the fence, it's also, if you're I could just read about. It's also a crazy story, just insane, actually insane. So seeing it is oh boy.
James Franco was.
We just had a moment. Oh my God.
How beautiful. So no, but he was in another Gus Van Sant produced movie with the guy who's the Star Trek guy.
Yeah, Zachary Quinto.
Yes.
The funky
which is
one.
called All About.
Mm-hmm. Steven? I made that up. Isn't that Steven?
No. Something like that.
It.
But it's about the true story about this guy who was gay, and then he became heterosexual.
Yeah.
And then
is it not called Steven? Gosh darn it.
Let me very look religious it up. I'm pissed. Which is a very interesting story as well. So he definitely tackles at least somewhat controversial stories, and I think
I don't know I think important. I think he does. I really do admire that he does put his attention towards stories that really should actively be told and shared and are worth it. Even Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot. Fortunately, I have not had much exposure to the whole 12-step thing. I kept going to Connor. I was like, "Is that real?" And he was like, "Yeah." Not that, I mean, yeah. But anyway, but so in that sense, I am glad I don't regret having seen it. I just didn't find it particularly fascinating, particularly relatable. But sometimes, that's kind of what movies are for sometimes. Mm-hmm. I'm glad I got that exposure.
Shows you a different world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not my favorite, but worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Rooney Mara if they treated her character a little differently. Henry, don't roll your eyes.
No more hospital visits.
Yeah, the sequel is Rooney Mara going around apparently mercy killing.
Mercy killing.
My dad. Oh my god.
That would make it for an interesting movie, actually, like a horror film.
It's in like every single British mystery show. There's about
true.
80 episodes, and even American ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god. What is that? Oh, I'm stupid. I looked up James Franco to find the name of that movie. He's too prolific. I should have gone to Zachary Quinto.
Yeah.
Zachary Quinto's really, for some reason, and I feel kind of guilty about it, actively unpopular in my household. Like, we all have a strong dislike of Zachary Quinto.
I don't know why. He's nothing amazing, but...
Michael. Not Steven.
All about Michael?
I am Michael.
Oh,
just
I am
basic.
Michael.
Just Michael. No offense to any Michaels or Stevens, okay? But, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure you know what I mean.
But yeah, that was an interesting film, for sure.
Emma Roberts is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl Hannah was in it. I didn't know.
Okay, well, I guess we can move on. And
you know who Emma Roberts is dating and got arrested twice for domestically abusing?
No.
Evan Peters.
Oh, no pun intended.
You know whose movie he's in? Oh, my God. You know which movie Evan Peters is in?
American Animals.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I don't know if you saw the news today about the Oscars.
Oh, the new category?
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably the freaking best urban album they gave Beyonce. That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
But also, maybe not.
So there was a big shakeup with the Oscars today.
Yeah, best popular.
Starting in 2020, I believe, they've added a new category.
Okay, can we stop really quickly? How stupid is it? Look, it's not like an amendment. Like, you can definitely just do it. Like, no one's going to stop you from just adding it. Like, you don't need adding it. Like, you don't need 2 years.
Yeah, that is.
To add it in.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's a little extra.
Get real. Yeah. So they have added a new category that's going to be most popular film. And so that's, of course, going to include...
Wakanda Forever.
I'm sure a lot of the Marvel films like Black Panther, Infinity War, whatever. And then also it's going to be a 3-hour presentation, like I guess on the dot.
Is that longer or shorter?
I think it's shorter. Because usually it kind of goes a little bit over that, I believe.
Everybody likes... That's stupid.
Yeah. And then
Why would they do
everyone
likes that it's long. Like, it's when you drink a bunch of champagne and
with your buddies.
Except not us because we don't drink.
Yeah.
But everybody else...
I'll be drinking water.
I usually do Oscars, whatever, with Mary and Meg. Because they're like familia. Like, I do Christmas and stuff there, too.
Yeah.
And Mary's so sweet. She always brings me my own whole bottle, which is a little much, but of because then they each have their own because they drink it on a regular basis. But apple, what do you guys have at Christmas?
Apple cider?
No, what is it? It's like apple juice, but it's like apple juice champagne, but it's no champagne. You know what I'm talking about? Whatever, somebody does. Is it called apple cider?
Yeah,
sparkling cider.
Sparkling cider, yeah.
So yeah. That was an unnecessary tidbit.
Yeah, so...
Hey, Henry, remember what I did last Oscars? That was really funny. Because I got so excited.
You set your blanket on fire?
I set Mary's blanket on fire.
Classic moment.
It was classic.
Yeah.
And then the next
that
one,
would have been good
Mexico.
That would have been good on America's Funniest Home Videos. Like if someone had caught that on their iPhone.
You want to hear a thing that no one wants to... It was on. It got caught.
Oh, did it?
They were Snapchatting. Yeah, but... No, every home video we have, no one cares. But I'm going to say it anyway because that's where we're at today.
Go for it.
But every home video my dad has, which is a lot of Gemma and me when we were little, every time I, demand the camera, I say, Abba, Amra. Every single time. Because I just want to look at myself in the camera. Or apparently shoot other people, but I don't think so.
Who don't?
Yeah, he likes to say that I wanted to, direct the camera, but I'm pretty sure I just wanted to look at myself.
Yeah.
But maybe not, because that doesn't actually make sense. But I was a baby. I was probably dumb.
Nope, it doesn't. But
dumb baby. I got lost in snow once when I was a baby. Yeah.
So it was like the prequel to The Irreverent.
Irreverent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gemma and I are gearing up for our next one if you want to be a part of it.
Sure, I'd love to.
I'm not kidding. It's like a big commitment.
Yeah, I know. It's a film. It takes a lot of work. More than what people think. So.
Yeah, it's like I think it's the hardest. I've dabbled in many of visual art.
Yeah. Try filmmaking,
and it's definitely the most difficult because it requires the most assistance.
Yeah. And
that might just be because I'm a control freak with no friends. But
I think that's the epitome of what most directors are.
Yay, I'm on my way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all those films you see, Transformers 5 was not an easy feat.
Oh, man.
You know?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I remember when I was in college and I was making stuff. I mean, it's pretty exhausting. Like
it's the most enjoyable thing in the world, though, in my opinion.
It's very fun. Yeah. Sorry, Chloe.
Wait, I asked Connor to send me his review of "Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot"
because
as previously stated, we thought together. His simple review is the worst 2 hours I've spent since watching quote Ghost, by which he means the ghost story. 1 star.
Oh well, I'm sorry, Connor.
No, he loves. I'm telling you, we love it. We soak it in. Yeah, everybody needs their person who they watch bad movies with.
Sure. Yeah, I usually watch them with my dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd watch them with you, except the ones that you think are bad, I think are good, and vice versa. So it really wouldn't have the same effect. Fair. It just won't work. Connor and I have very similar brains, except he's like a little more Slytherin to my Gryffindor.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and also with the Oscars, they're going to be presenting some awards not televised. And so I guess some of the quote-unquote boring ones...
Yeah, that sucks.
They're not going to be showing them.
I hate that. They should be more like Chance the Rapper. He's putting together an award show for teachers. Let's get them musicians on the prime time. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think those are all... That's rude. They already do that, though, don't they? Don't they already have the daytime award? No?
No.
Oh, is that the Emmys or Tonys?
I think it must be the Emmys or Tonys. But, I mean, because... over the last few years they have lost kind of the ratings have fallen, and so I think they're just kind of desperate to try and find something, or they could just make better movies. Also,
they could just also not do it.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty good too.
Yeah,
and
but then you don't get to see all the stars dressed up in their little, tuxes.
I know what you think of me, but I would, just do something useful instead.
Yeah.
So there.
Yeah, so I guess they're just really desperate to try and get more people, and I think the most popular film will probably get the most extra viewers
for sure. I mean, it's really smart
because if you have Black Panther and what are some other popular movies this year?
It's like a weird way of acknowledging how out of touch you are, basically by having a most popular category. Yeah. Unless, like I said, they pull a Grammys Beyonce, then everybody's out.
Sure, but so I think that's definitely going to draw in more people. I don't know about how they're televising, if that's going to do much, but oh well.
Is it going to start being like high school superlatives, like best smile?
I'd be down for that.
Most likely to. Oh my god.
I mean, if
he doesn't mean it, everybody.
I'd be down if they said, "Oh, here's best award for audio mixing or sound mixing," and then the next award, best smile from an actor in a leading role.
I don't think that'd be so good.
No, I don't either.
If it was like most likely to, like the ones at my school, were like most likely to hit someone's car, like
make it
like that kind of thing.
Yeah, make it dark. Yeah.
No, it's not. No, not a scare. Like it's not dark. Like a bad driver.
Comedic.
Like worst driver is what I mean. That kind of thing. Did you ever get high school superlatives? Probably
Joaquin Phoenix and
Did you get any high school superlatives?
No.
Did your school have them?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. Orange High School wasn't the best for that type of stuff. So glad I'm not there.
Wow, me too. That'd be a long time.
Yeah, I didn't do much in high school.
I have news. You didn't do much. I did a lot.
No, I did. I kind of kept to myself.
I was in a bunch of clubs.
Same thing in college.
Environmental club. Shocker there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Video club. It was called videography, which I'm still sure is not a real thing. Like Gemma says, video. It is. Oh, but it's like weddings and stuff, right?
Well, I mean, you can do other things.
Well, like Jemmy says, Sorry, Gemma says. I call her Jemmy. Shut up. Shut up, internet.
I think you called her that on the show. So
oh boy,
it's not that big of a deal.
Well, anyway,
she's fine.
What was the thing? Oh, forgot. Almost at it. Oh, videography. Well, Gemma says videography when she means cinematography, and then she blames videography, club and class. I have news though.
Well, there's that new kind of lame trailer for the new Keira Knightley movie. The Nutcracker.
I'm so ready for it.
Chloe, it looks so much like every other of these.
It's gonna be fun.
No, look.
Okay, disclaimer: I haven't watched the trailer yet.
In a vacuum, yes, it looks fine. Oh, and we are getting some thunder, so sorry if you get any feedback. But, it's so in a vacuum. Sure, it'll be fine, heartwarming.
Are you saying it's basic?
But it's
a pumpkin spice latte.
Correct. It looks like all of these other Disney films, like Alice in Wonderland, and I mean Snow White and the Huntsman was Warner Brothers, but
that's
like
funky AF.
I love that movie, but kind of mixing.
Do you really?
I like it. Yeah.
Geez.
But like mixing all of these different like fantasy, Beauty and the Beast a little bit from last year just looks.
Look.
And look at the poster. It's so much like every.
It's dope.
It looks like every superhero. Look at Black Panther and Infinity War, then look back at that poster.
Yeah, but it's for kind of a different audience.
But it's the same design though.
I'm here for it. Yeah, from the age of that's like the age-old design is just stacking the characters.
Still though, it's like we've seen that so many times. Do something original.
It's a ballet. That's pretty original in a
the poster.
Way. Oh, for crap's sake! It has a lot of people to incorporate. It's cool. I'm sure they will. Not to mention, I'm sure they're going to have several more posters.
Have them on a ballet floor on a stage.
That's not what happened in the freaking movie.
I know. Just do something different. It's boring. But the movie looks fine.
You know what they should do?
I like the look of the snow in it.
They should have done. I feel like they should have done like a 3D poster. I think that would have been really cool if they layered it like a little Fabergé.
I mean, I think it would be fine. I mean, it's got some cool designs. It just feels very reminiscent of a lot of.
Is Keira Knightley in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm seeing it.
Yeah,
we're done.
That's why
Misty Copeland's in it too. Heck yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I would see it for.
Did you see what's that? I'm so sorry. I keep interrupting you.
I'll see it for Keira Knightley.
All right, I'll take it.
If we review it, I'll see it.
That makes sense.
We probably won't.
Okay, great.
Maybe see if Braden wants to go see it.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Yeah, most anticipated.
Hope I wear ballet shoes there and everything.
Most anticipated.
Yeah. But what was I gonna
Can you imagine? For some reason, I just pictured Braden in high heels.
Sorry.
Can you imagine his regular outfit?
What color are they?
Like I imagine
Mine are red.
like a pink.
Okay, yeah.
Braden just kind of walking along.
Yeah, I could see that. And it,
Hi.
Yeah, I could really see that. No, he'd be like, no, he'd love it. He'd be like, these are killing me.
Poor Braden, man.
Oh, I know.
I always feel for the guy.
Braden, we love you.
Yeah.
No, gee willikers.
Bless his heart.
Yeah, I know. Do you see the trailer for the Billionaire Boys Club or whatever?
What?
BBC. Oh yeah, it's so stupid.
No.
It's called the BBC. Apparently it's a true story. But like the BBC's taking guys, like just pretend that's not what you guys called it. Like, cause I was so confused the whole time watching it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I didn't
British
see it.
Brag. Oh, you didn't see it, yeah, okay. But it's Taron Egerton.
Taron Egerton.
Okay, I never really pay attention. And then Ansel Elgort.
Huh.
Not a fan, but it's fine. And the trailer was like, these two guys, dead. And then I see a little silhouette. And I said, oh, that's not good. And then it just creeps up. And then I was like, okay, they're trying not to harp on it because obviously. But then, second half of the trailer, completely out the window because the whole thing is just Kevin Spacey.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yikesers.
That one's going to do well.
It's not going to do great.
No. Is it a film or a TV show?
Film.
Oh, okay. So it's like a TV movie?
No, it's a movie.
But it's BBC?
No, this is the problem.
What's it called?
They call themselves throughout the trailer the BBC, standing for billionaires, which I get now that I'm trying to say it, why they abbreviated Billionaire Boys Club.
I see.
But they just say the BBC the whole time. I'm like, what? So yeah.
Well, okay.
I watched the other trailers too, but that one really stuck in my mind for relatively obvious reasons, I guess.
Yeah.
I was like, just
otherwise
cut your
there
losses.
hasn't been too much, I don't think.
You want to hear my quick fire news?
I guess.
There really hasn't been very much.
No.
Okay, ready? Chris Rock is starring in the next season of Fargo.
Saw that, yeah.
That's pretty good. Patty Stew's back as Jean-Luc Picard.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
I haven't seen the first season of Discovery, but I'd like to.
Yeah, well, Patty Stew. My dad, Dr. Strauss, is a huge lover of Star Trek from its creation.
That makes sense.
And, yeah, it does. I know. And he's here for whatever. What's it called?
Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, he likes it, so
yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, I'd like to check out the first season.
Guess who's being tapped as the new Batman? Because Ben Affleck sucks.
The new Batman.
Yeah. Supposed to be a little younger, but he's not, so it's weird.
I feel like I've seen it by
Army Hammer, Bay. Army Hammer.
I guess I get.
He'd be so good. I really see it.
I think he would be a good Bruce Wayne.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I don't know about his
I
Batman.
think he could pull out the darkness. I think he'd be good.
I think so.
Yeah. And then what else?
Weren't they talking to Jake Gyllenhaal too at some point? I think at some point they did, but maybe that
I'm
off.
sure they've been talking to Jake Gyllenhaal about being Batman for like 20 years. Probably Superman too. Probably all of them. Yes, 20 years since he was 12.
Matt Reeves, who's doing the new Batman, said it's going to be like a very noir-driven film, which sounds interesting. Yeah. Very, very kind of...
I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Especially if Armie Hammer's in it.
Yeah.
Because I really like him.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know.
Yeah. Although I did like Ben Affleck as Batman, so I
haven't mentioned Timmy once this whole time.
He hasn't been doing... he hasn't been any news with him.
I know, because he's a wholesome...
I mean, I think they need to still officially... confirmed he's going to be in Dune, but
Please.
They said I guess he's just in talks right now. But if they made that announcement, he probably will.
Perfect for I'm so here for. And the director, come on, it's gonna be great.
Oh, it is.
This time, guys, it's gonna work. This time we got it.
What if they get Roger Deakins back?
Oh my god,
that'd be like.
I would literally. I don't know what I would. Yeah, I literally don't know what I would do.
It's pretty great. Yeah, that would be pretty great.
Sometimes when I'm really excited, I just start turning in circles. I think I would do that for like a long time. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I would do that for like a long time.
It's good you're sitting down right now. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Or good you're not in a rolly chair. You just start spinning.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I'm not getting. For some reason, I had to stop because my dad always has them. Whatever. I fall a lot when I'm in them. Anyway.
Interesting.
Moving on. So Ben Affleck and the only person who will still talk to him. Here's your cue.
Matt Damon?
Yep. Are making a movie.
Wait, the only person who will still talk to Ben Affleck
is Matt Damon. For sure.
Why won't people talk to Ben Affleck?
Everyone hates Ben Affleck.
I don't hate him.
You're the only one. And Matt Damon.
Why do people hate him?
Because he sucks.
He doesn't suck. He's not great, but
he's a rude guy who was mean to Jennifer Garner, and he didn't make very many good. He is not the best.
The Town.
Come on.
Argo.
Okay, Argo.
I liked him as Batman.
Argo, I'm going to put again on subject matter. I really am. It's hard to go wrong with that.
Yeah. I love The Town, so.
Well, that's good. Blake Lively.
Yeah, she's great in that.
Kaylee loves Blake Lively.
One of her few good performances.
I know, but she's a wonderful person, so we don't care.
She does seem very nice, yeah.
She is I guess she's married to a Canadian. I was going to say,
Ryan.
but Harry's married to an American, so let's put Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds as our royal couple.
Okay.
Goodbye, Kardashians.
Sure.
I dislike you all.
Sure.
So, you hear about that? I've even heard about the Kardashian drama, but we're not going to talk about it because I don't give a crap.
Yeah, let's not.
So, yeah, they're making a movie about the guy who rigged the McDonald's monopoly. Do you remember that? It's going to be a boring movie.
Sounds boring.
Do you remember that, though? He, won all the McDonald's monopoly money. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. They're doing another... I put all those O's in. Lizzie Borden movie with Chloe Sevigny and...
Lizzie Borden?
Lizzie Borden.
Who's that?
And, please don't call me on the dates here. I think it was, turn of the century, 1900-ish. She killed her parents with an axe.
Oh.
In this one, she's turned lesbian, so that's a fun change.
Nice.
But there have been, Christina Ricci did. There's, Lizzie Borden won't go away.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
okay?
the name sounds somewhat familiar, yeah.
So, yeah, this time it's Chloe Sevigny and then Kristen Stewart's in it. I think.
My sister saw that. She said it was fantastic.
Really?
She said it was really good.
Okay.
Yeah, she said it was really good.
Frankly, I'm sick of Lizzie Borden, but
Haven't seen anything.
I'm
about
curious
that, so.
now that I've heard this.
But yeah, she said it was very good.
Okay, that's a pretty. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep it in mind.
You'd like my sister.
All right.
Yeah, she's cool.
There we go. Okay. Next up, mid-90s trailer by Jonah Hill with the kid. The kid who was in Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot. The little one.
Yeah.
Little teeny boy.
Yeah. It's another A24 movie.
He's the main character in this one.
Could be interesting.
So how fun. I want to know the order. Like, which movie did he get first?
Me too.
Because he and Jonah Hill don't have any scenes together in Don't Worry. So my thoughts is he's in mid-90s first.
Yeah.
I thought that was underutilized. I loved those kids. That relationship was really special, and they just, like, knocked it under the carpet. I thought that was kind of lame.
Yeah, it was.
I also hate when they open and close a story like that most of the time. It's not my favorite. But I thought that would have been a better angle somehow to incorporate more of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Back to the other review, because we're, on top of things. What is this? Us is Jordan Peele's new movie, and it stars Lupita Nyong'o, Winston Duke, the guy from they're both from Black Panther, Elizabeth Moss, and Tim Heidecker. And I did not know who Tim Heidecker was. Apparently he's a comedian, but that's all the information I have. Timeless is back again. It got saved again. Isn't that ridiculous? Well, like, okay, fans, you go. Network, stop being stupid. Apparently, just don't get rid of it.
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, we'll do a movie. No, it's back as a series for the 80th time.
What a whirlwind.
The Aquaman stuff came out.
Oh, yeah.
The end list of this list here is not very good. Insatiable, have you heard about that? The drama with that on Netflix?
Nope.
Okay, I won't get into it too much because Henry's going to roll his eyes and then he'll forget to put them back and he won't be able to see anything.
Yeah.
But
been there.
Basically, it's a show with, I think her name is Debbie Ryan, but it's about a girl who gets bullied in school for being overweight and then she loses all the weight and, like, starts, like, basically, like, murdering people who are mean to her.
Oh.
But it's like a comedy.
Oh.
Like a dark comedy.
Wait, well, no, is this the one where she was criticized for being overweight, right? And there's a petition trying to get it off.
Yeah, because it's fat shaming.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Because they, like, have her, like, sitting there eating, like, an entire cake.
Gorging.
Which, like, is very not polite. And probably triggering.
Been there, though, you know?
Well, not really, though. Rooney Mara has.
I have.
Okay, but you know what I mean. I mean, the show, it's, like, apparently in really bad taste and people are not excited for it. Also, she is in, like, anyway. I mean, clearly it's probably not the best messages anyway, because she's in, like, I don't know if there's a politically correct name for a fat suit, but she's in, like, a fat suit, and then she's, like, in a bikini the whole time when she's not in a fat suit. It's like, oh, God. Yeah, it's like full of issues, but oh, boy. Okay, here we go. And I might have mentioned this. I've forgotten that I had mentioned it, but I'm pretty sure I have just forgotten to mention it for the last 3 weeks straight, and I'm really upset about it because I'm, like, so hype.
Hit me.
The Basis of Sex about RBG with, oh, my God, I'm so excited. With Felicity Jones.
Oh, yeah.
And Armie Hammer.
Thank
I'm
God.
so excited. Oh, my God.
I'm glad.
No, you don't okay, you probably do understand. But
I do understand.
Henry, I'm like...
You're freaking out. You can't
I'm
breathe.
like if I ran into Timothée Chalamet on the street excited.
Gosh.
Yeah. Not really. I'm like if I ran into, like, Timothée Chalamet's mom on the street excited. I'm not like,
That'd be strange.
That would be weird.
Yeah. But so cool, you know?
Yeah, that's not a very good one either. If I ran into... Okay, look.
I understand.
It's if I ran into Armie Hammer on the street excited.
You did.
I did. That's true.
Yeah.
Ha ha!
Okay, well, there's your news. And I guess
her name's Felicity Jones, right? Why do I think that's wrong?
No, it's all right.
She's wonderful.
She is nice.
Ugh, I love her.
I do too.
Okay,
She's great. Lovely. So, okay, well, I guess we can move on to our listener question this week. So the filmbudspodcast@gmail.com is the address that you can reach us. Also on Twitter @filmbuds and on Facebook. So feel free. If you're a new listener or if you've been listening for a while, please send us something. Question, not desperate, but no, question, comment, whatever you have to say.
Yeah.
We always appreciate it.
Really enjoy
And
it.
so this one, if you are a frequent listener of the show, you'll know him well. We have our question.
No,
this
I
week.
think you have to say professor and then the last name this time, right?
Yeah, and so the question we have this week is from Professor Gareth.
What's the last name?
Axelitis. And he's sent us, I think, 2 emails so far, and they're very...
That's it?
Yeah, but they're very in-depth, usually like about a page long, and usually kind of stumps us, but for better. But he sent us another great one this week, and so bear with me here.
Wait, is it all?
It's very long.
You want me to read it?
No, that's okay.
I can read really fast.
No, it's okay. So this one concerns Akira Kurosawa, who we've talked about. Yeah. So, greetings, film buds. Following up my previous missive concerning Rashomon. It is well known Akira Kurosawa studied Zemi, Zemi, something like that. The revered
It's well known.
the revered medieval playwright who is also self-described as having observed his actors with a detached gaze.
Okay, that makes sense.
It is also known that Kurosawa, quite unconventionally, always rehearsed his actors for at least a month before filming.
I did not know
Often
that.
used 3 cameras simultaneously at different angles and didn't need to watch what the characters were doing while focusing his gaze upon the entire composition of each frame, just as does the most proficient painter. Chloe, I'm sure you can relate. Yeah.
I can't. Thanks, I guess.
And continuing, by using this method, he was able to view the sequence as a continuum and, as he said, could sense when something was wrong and make appropriate corrections.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And so upon Throne of Blood's 1957 release, Time magazine printed, "No doubt about it now, Japan's Akira Kurosawa must be numbered with Sergei Eisenstein and D.W. Griffith among the supreme creators of cinema. Throne of Blood is a nerve-shattering spectacle of physical and metaphysical violence, quite the most brilliant and original attempt ever made to put Shakespeare in pictures."
Okay.
And then Kurosawa later described his filmmaking thusly: "I keep saying the same thing in different ways. If I look at the pictures I've made, I think they ask, why is it that human beings aren't happy? Throne of Blood, however, on the other hand, shows why they must be unhappy."
Oh.
Yeah, and so I'll kind of skim through this. So, though, as I rarely tell my students, there's no necessarily correct answer. Now I'm simply trying to learn something about how each of you views filmmaking through the words of and works of Akira Kurosawa as I've tried to highlight them. Keep up the good work among your Vermont film buds, Gareth.
Wow. Do you think he's ever met Anthony from Queer Eye?
I doubt it.
Which I bet you still
Let
have
us
not
know
watched.
next time. But so thank you so much. I hope thank you so much for that email.
Yes, thank you.
It always makes my day when I see stuff like that.
Plaza.
Yeah, and so I think
somebody should try to compete. Don't let him monopolize all of them. I'm trying to get more questions.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do my bit.
Well, I thought it was
click like and subscribe.
Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, a lot of his films, like we talk about dreams all the time.
Yeah,
that's very much about a film about someone going through life and kind of trying to find the meaning of life, and kind of finding happiness at the end, as well as something like Ikaru, right? Mm-hmm. Which is by a guy who gets terminal cancer and then tries to find the meaning of life with the time that he has left. But Throne of Blood is very much a film about you kind of hearing your fate or your supposed fate early, and then doing whatever you can to get that or to achieve that, which is the samurai.
The opposite of thwart.
The samurai attaining power in this kind of kingdom or area, and so I think a lot of his films are mostly about finding happiness in one way or the other. Whereas the Throne of Blood is very much like a Macbeth type story about someone.
It is Macbeth.
So
correct.
Thank you. Thought that was very
ding.
astute. But someone kind of being drunk with kind of power and greed and amongst
Throne
other
of Blood's
things.
probably not my. It's probably I shouldn't say that. It's probably like my least favorite to watch.
Yeah. I mean, I think Dreams and I like Kagemusha a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
not because throwing blood is bad, obviously, by like
just not your
any
type
means. It's just maybe it's aligned with what he said his intention was. I just find it the least. It just kind of, I don't even know the right word. Makes me sad.
Yeah, which
anxious. It's like watching Steve Jobs.
Yeah, and I think with also even Seven Samurai, there's the idea of these people, these samurai defending this village, but then being more happy at the end that these villagers are now happy,
right?
And feeling protected,
instead
of just being like, "Yay, we killed some people and we defended it."
Yeah,
it's more about them kind of getting happiness for these other people. So
I think that's the gateway Kurosawa to watch.
Yeah, it is long though.
It's most popular.
It is long.
Yeah,
it's like 3.5 or something.
But
like
it's
that.
really good.
It is. It's very good. Yeah.
On a rainy evening.
Yeah, like tonight
Rainy
or today.
Eve.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not watching it with you.
I'm not watching it either. The blinds are closed.
I meant the movie.
Yeah. Oh. Well, yeah. I think it's an interesting question, Gareth.
Always.
I think.
Who knew?
I mean, there are a lot of filmmakers that have. What
was the question?
Like how each of you kind of views filmmaking, and in terms of like, this film being unhappy, whereas all of those others, lots of times about them
Wait,
are
can
about
you
them.
just read the end again?
Okay, so yeah.
Sorry.
As a filmmaker who unfailingly paid the greatest attention to detail in his films with clear concern for artistic integrity and legacy, how do you think Throne of Blood was different from the rest as he expressed the distinction in the above quotation? So, I mean, it's which we were just kind of like talking about.
Yeah.
So,
whoops.
Well, I mean, if you look at a lot of filmmakers, I mean, it's kind of like that. Usually they'll have maybe one or two kind of films that lean the opposite way in terms of what they're known for.
What comes to mind for me, even though you're not a big fan, is Tim Burton.
I love Tim Burton. Brain isn't the Tim. I love Tim Burton.
You don't love Tim Burton.
Yes, I do.
You're a fraud.
Edward Scissorhands, Ed Wood, Sweeney Todd, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
You don't like the little things.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
No, you do like it.
Beetlejuice.
I'm sorry, I was wrong.
Frankenweenie.
Maybe his overwhelming hatred overwhelmed me.
Yeah, Brain's the
He
Tim.
really
Timmy
hates
B.
Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Timmy B, oh my God.
Ed Wood and Pee-wee's Big Adventure, especially for me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tim Burton comes to mind with my favorite movie, basically, is Big Fish.
Oh, yeah.
Very different.
Yeah, usually his films are very...
And...
almost
magical real.
Almost like kind of goth.
Just kidding. Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah. But in like a really cheerful way. It's very... Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but and it's still one of his better movies to a lot of people, so...
Yeah, but yeah, like I read he has the autobiography, and he says like he wrote it just after his dad died, like whatever. So I guess sometimes there are like pivotal moments that create films that are just totally different.
I'm trying to think of like other. I mean, there's Spielberg, but he's so all over the place.
Yeah,
that it kind of
maybe Schindler's List though. I don't know.
Yeah, although he kind of has a fascination with World War II in a lot of his movies.
Right, but this one's a little more. Schindler's List is a little more
toned down,
like a snow globe, smaller
story
scope.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah.
What about Scorsese? Oh, Hugo. Hugo's definitely one.
Oh yeah, because he made it for his kid.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And you're talking with Big Fish like that being one. Is it your favorite of his or is it?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Since it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Hugo is Scorsese's
and
only.
And I watched it sitting next to the author. Not really. I was 2 seats down because Gemma got to sit next to him. But
wow.
I know. Moments, memories.
Hugo is Martin Scorsese's only PG movie, and it might be my favorite.
Because he made it for his kid.
Or second favorite, and that's. Yeah. So and so there's definitely an example of that, of a filmmaker kind of taking it in a different direction and kind of being better for it.
Yeah, exactly. And perhaps this one is because it's I'm probably out of my depth here, but maybe, I mean, he's basing it on such a, I mean, Shakespeare, you can't get any more, you know,
better than
dramatic than
Yeah.
the Bard.
Yeah.
So perhaps it has to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But also with Scorsese, I mean, if you look at his just last 3 movies, there's Hugo, Wolf of Wall Street, and then Silence, all that are so different from each other, but they're all...
Obviously, there's one that if they give you that, when they give you that baby IQ test, did you ever... My dad used to take me to a lot of those baby IQ tests.
Huh, I never did that.
And it would be, okay, here's 3 movies. And then you have to say, here you go.
What?
Because the other 2, there's 2
Bad stuff?
obviously like rated R and then Hugo.
Oh, yeah.
You obviously were never taking any of those baby IQ tests, and they gave me like balloons and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. No, it wasn't good.
Lollipops? Any dum-dums there?
I don't think so. I got lots of swag though. But I was never allowed into any studies.
Oh, yeah, the Wells Fargo bank that I go to deposit the money, they always have dum-dums there.
You've told me.
I always... have I? Mm-hmm. Oh, I always get one.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a little reward.
For being an adult.
Yeah, and for walking all the way over there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
But no, yeah, when you make it to the bank, gosh,
while you're on duty?
Yeah, because I have
while
to.
While you're working, you take it down?
Yeah, because I have to go deposit the money. Then when I'm waiting, because it takes them a while to count all the different checks.
I feel like that dum-dum belongs to Joe Van Gogh.
Sure. And
I like your little Ron Weasley. Who brought that in?
Oh, that's been there for ages.
No, way.
Oh, yeah. That and the Wolverine.
Have not. Wolverine, I know, but the Ron I don't.
Ron has been there for a long time now.
Is my little drawing still up now that Charlie's gone?
What drawing?
Maybe he took it. We'll pretend he took it.
Yeah. But, yeah, I was going to...
I made him a drawing and he put it on the fridge. Because he was in a sad mood, so I drew him as I think a little Frankenstein with like Ray-Bans and a shirt that had a jack-o'-lantern on it.
Oh, I'll check tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll send you a text.
No, if it's still there, don't tell me.
Stay tuned for next week.
If it's still there, don't tell me.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think, I mean, Kurosawa's, I mean, very eclectic filmmaker, but I think
it's always good to get out of your comfort zone.
Exactly. I think again, kind of like Scorsese, I think he succeeds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other ones, but I don't know. Maybe Gus should give it a go.
Who? Gush?
Gus Van Sant.
Oh. Well, he did do
I can't say words.
Elephant, which was about
I've never seen it.
I think it was about Columbine, I think.
Oof.
Or something like that.
That's not really out of his zone, is it? He
kind
does
of. Well, I mean, I suppose, but
not really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hope that. I mean,
has anyone done any really dark things? Oh, a new one perhaps is Eli Roth.
Oh yeah.
Well, time will tell.
Yeah. So
isn't it rated PG? What's it rated? I don't know.
I think PG.
Is it? Wow, okay.
At most PG-13. So, but yeah. So that is very odd and interesting. But so we'll see how that goes.
Sorry. Still, really, Jesus. Sorry, I need my phone. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Chloe's getting some feedback from the mic, but. Okay, well, I hope that satisfies you, Gareth. And please, anytime, please send us more. We can talk more about Kurosawa, or we can talk about some other stuff. So just let us know. And anyone else out there who
maybe he just does a Kurosawa course.
Yeah, I wonder where he teaches. Also,
Vermont, I guess.
Maybe that makes sense. But
maybe he commutes,
or if you're any of his students.
Wow,
that'd be crazy. But
great. You know what was crazy?
Or get your students to subscribe to our show.
You know what was crazy? My best friend Kaylee was in Canada, and one of the families I go to the beach with, as we've discussed, scary movies, etc., also in Canada. I saw on Kaylee's Snapchat. I said, "Oh my god, that family looks like blah 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 family, right?"
Sure.
I don't want to say last name.
Okay.
We try to keep it classy here.
Okay.
And I said, that's so funny. It's like and then I saw on their Snapchats, they were in the same place, looking at the same clock.
Wow.
They were all looking at some clock.
Huh.
And I said, that is crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't really get much of that, but.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I saw via Snapchat that 2 people I knew who were unrelated were in the same location.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll get your students to subscribe. That'd be cool. Maybe it's a little extra credit thing.
It's illegal. Not really.
No, it's not.
I took a theater class in college my first year, and I thought that it was like, would we be doing theater? Because of the name of the class was Intro to Theater. But it was not. It was just about theater. It was like, we're stage left. And the woman, and I was a first year on campus, and you were not allowed to have cars or anything, right? And there was no public bus system. And the woman was like, for extra credit, you got to go see these plays. And I was like, how the F am I going to do this? So I just got one of my friends to tell me what happened. But I literally, this is so... Sorry, parents. I know you paid for it and everything, and I really appreciate the education. But I just photocopied his ticket because you had to have the ticket stub. And I was like, oh, sorry. And then, or not photo. No, he sent to me on, he texted a picture of the ticket, and I printed it, and I just showed her. And she never checked to see if it was the same ticket. Also, bonus fact about this story is every play we had to get, every play we could get extra credit for, she was in. And we had to pay full price. And she was in all of them. Oh. And I was like, definitely not.
Shame on you.
Who? Me?
No, the other person. The teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. So the filmmods.podcast at gmail.com is the address that you can reach us. And that is in the show notes, all the contact stuff. So you can get it there if you need to. So I guess we can just do our picks of the week. I have just a couple things. I rewatched Tully, got the Blu-ray, and it's still pretty good. I think there's like a twist towards the end, which we did spoil on the
definitely
the show, and I think for the most part it works. I think kind of the issue is some of the writing. While I like Diablo Cody's writing, at times the Mackenzie Davis character does just say no, not flat, but she says things that like no one would ever really say a lot of times. Like, which, I mean, a lot of her films are kind of like that. Have you been
a car, bro? Because...
I mean, like in Juno, they're kind of like that, but of course they're teenagers, so they're saying random shit all the time.
I see what you mean. Some kind of Wes Anderson BS.
And a little bit, yes. But, like, there's a line where she's driving with Charlize Theron, and she says, we're like Juan and... like Juanita in the Spanish textbook, where we never stop talking. you know, like this, and it's just like, you know, something that no one would ever just say straight out.
I disagree with you here. Gemma and I talk like that.
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying people don't say ridiculous things, but
I mean, she means it completely in earnest. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, and it just stuff like that kind of irks me at times, but I think for the most part, it's very honest, kind of like brutally honest about motherhood, and or at least from what I've experienced in terms of parents, etc. Still like young adult and Juno more, I think, but
I don't like any of them.
It's too bad. But yeah, still a little cool little film from this year. Then I caught Mission Impossible 3 on
3. Have I seen that one? How many are there? I've seen the most recent 3.
It's the one with the girl from Waitress that you like.
Carrie Russell.
Yes. And and Philip Seymour Hoffman. And I'd forgotten how great this movie is. It's J.J. Abrams too.
I remember.
But like every
J.J. or Rabbi J.J.
Yeah, Jonathan Rhys Meyers is also in it.
Is he? He's been in trouble again. He's a mess and a half. You know what movie I love that I've never talked about that was like my middle school experience?
Match Point.
But I haven't. Yeah, right. But I haven't watched it recently. So I don't know if it's actually good. But Velvet Goldmine. I used to watch on loop. I haven't seen that. Okay, no, listen to me now.
Loki would love it.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm dead serious.
Okay.
I know you guys don't listen to me about Queer Eye because of something. Toxic masculinity probably is not your fault. But Velvet Goldmine's so good.
Okay, I'll check it out.
I don't know. You should watch. You see what I just trust me. You should watch it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
But this one, I had forgotten how great it is. Like, it's every action scene is fantastic. It's not too long. It's just, I think, under 2 hours. But it's so well directed. This is probably Tom Cruise's best performance of the franchise. Like, there's a lot of...
I was about to go off, but
there's a lot of kind of emotion there, and I think that's not just him, but it's also the script as well. But and even though there's nothing to Philip Seymour Hoffman's character, he's so good in every single scene. So yeah, very good. And so check that one out if you haven't seen that one yet. And then I rewatched The Nice Guys last night.
Yeah.
With Shane Black's comedy from
I
last
just
year.
thought of the wrong movie, which is why I chuckled. I also did see The Nice Guy. I was thinking of
The Other Guys.
the other. I just love the other. Guy.
Good movie too.
I love
But
The Other
this one
Guys.
is with Ryan
Oh
Gosling.
my god,
and,
Kicking and Screaming is like streaming now on
Oh, yeah?
something, and
Nice.
oh my god, I'm so excited. I think it's Amazon Prime.
Oh, nice.
I will. Yeah, disclaimer. I will watch things on Amazon Prime because it's just I'm on my
You're only
family's. I'm on my family's plan. Like I'm not. It's like freeganism. If you don't pay for it, it doesn't count as contributing to the. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one has
But yeah, I saw this in theaters. I did.
This one has Gosling and
Crowe.
Russell Crowe, and yeah, it's
Oh
just
my god, 2 birds.
sure. But it's we're having a moment here, but it's so
Getting
funny,
late.
and also there's some just it's a great story and whoo,
It's not very feminist,
big
is it?
a big shock there.
Nope.
I don't know. I mean, there's the girl in it. She's
Who,
pretty,
the daughter?
The daughter, yeah.
Come on now.
She's pretty good. She's up to snuff, but it's so funny, and the characters are great as well. Very
Yeah.
well directed, looks
Yeah.
great.
It looks great.
Yeah, it's a very underrated movie.
I don't know. I don't think I loved it, but I don't remember why. Do you know what I mean? Like I haven't seen it since it was in theaters.
Yeah,
But
I mean, definitely very reminiscent of like Boogie Nights, and oh man, we're getting some thunder.
always
But yeah,
can't effing sleep at night because of all of it. I'm a
We've been
very
getting a lot of
light
rain.
sleeper.
yeah.
Oh my god, so much.
All right, well, that's it for me.
Is that it?
What about you? Anything?
Yep. Biggest thing, which is perfect for this stormy weather, is Netflix original. Nope, just kidding. I said the wrong word. Amazon original. Picnic at Hanging Rock with Natalie Dormer. It's dope.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god.
seemed interesting.
It's so okay. Also, another disclaimer. I haven't finished it yet. I'm at episode 4
So
out of 6.
yeah.
So far, so good. It's ridiculously cool. And I regret to say I have not read the book. So I'm going to go pick it up because I need to. You know what I mean?
Right.
After I finish the show. Because I'm already this far. But it's done in a super, like, it's an experience to watch. Like, it's very cool. It's not the most turn-by-turn, like, exciting story, which I'm totally fine with. But there's some allure. It's a mystery. It's magical realism, which is my favorite genre. And the acting's great. And I'm here for the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good. And
It seemed interesting.
it's filmed in a really, they do some crazy kooky stuff. And I love it with
Nice.
as far as the way in which it's filmed and edited. Like, it's really cool. So you should definitely check it out. It's only 6 episodes. You know what I
Nice.
mean? They don't overdo it.
In and
It's
out.
so good. We've never talked about. I don't think we ever talked about "Won't You Be My Neighbor" on here.
Yeah, I don't know if we have.
It's-
I haven't seen it yet.
What?
Sorry. I haven't gotten around to it. I want to see it, but
Okay, so low key, well, high key actually.
you cried.
I'm not jumping on the bandwagon here. Like I've been obsessed with Mr. Rogers my entire life. I try to emulate him as much as I can in my day to
I get
day.
that.
Yeah, he's kind of my vibe, right?
Yeah.
Inspiring kiddos, etc. I'm not. You know what I mean. I try to whatever.
No, you inspire.
I try to do what I can. But yeah, obsessed, and it's so good. And we've never talked about it, and you should really see it
Yeah,
because it's amazing.
I do really want to. Yeah.
And you learn a lot. Like I thought I knew everything about
Yeah.
him. My list is kind of not great. Jem and I listened to the entire The Carters' new album, and it's unbelievably good.
Who are the Carters?
Don't come at me, huh?
Who are the Carters?
Beyonce and Jay-Z, they have a
Why are
joint
they?
album.
Why are they the Carters?
Because his effing last name is Carter. What do you
Oh.
mean? So's hers now. Well, I think she's Beyonce Carter Knowles,
Oh, okay.
but he's Sean Carter.
Not all of us
What is
are.
wrong with you?
Sorry.
You should give it. You know, you're kind of Canadian. I think you're secretly from Canada. Not Canada, Canada. Okay, and then I'm reading this really, really, really good book called Ostrich by Matt Green. So it'll probably be a movie at some point.
actually have a music.
He's a playwright, so I won't be surprised.
Oh, nice. I actually have a music plug. There's a band. That
Is it that weird stuff you sent
No.
me?
No, that was just like one song. But there's a band that I've come across over the last 4 or 5 days called the Joy Formidable. Kind of.
Oh,
You heard of them?
Yep.
Yeah, and they're kind of in the rock. I guess not like heavy rock, but kind of somewhere in the middle. And I kind of suddenly kind of fell in love with them. But they have these very kind of epic, like 7 or 8 minute songs at times that are still very melodic. Like it's not just people.
You said melodic. We're falling apart. Malala themed.
It's not just people, shredding on guitars for 7 minutes. It's still very rhythmic.
Yeah, Sam who was here with my sister.
Yeah,
he was in like a heavy metal band. Isn't that
really
weird? Shocking.
That would make sense, I guess. Yeah.
What? Did you see his little farmer? Afraid of everything.
He goes big pumpkins
in a
and
nice
plays,
way, but
and it's in a band.
He's not afraid of everything, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but it's
yeah.
But there's a female singer, or she's the singer, and she's fantastic, and it's very powerful.
Better than the Carters.
I don't know. Haven't listened to it, but it's
we should probably watch soon.
Lemonade.
Yep.
Yeah.
My birthday. There's no way we're not doing it.
Okay. I'm fine with that. You just have to get Braden. You got to convince him though.
He'll love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rent out the Chelsea.
Okay.
And say, hey, everybody, you want to come watch Lemonade? And then just invite you and Braden.
Yeah. Okay. I'm down. But their first big album, which is The Big Roar, is fantastic, and it's really, really good. And they're still kind of, they have a decent listenership on Spotify, but it seems like they're still kind of
up and coming,
under the radar a little bit, which is cool. But they're a great band, so check them out if you are into that stuff. But okay, I guess that about brings us to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Can
next
you play
week,
us out to some Carters? The Carters.
I guess.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So next week, Black Klansman, if it's out, I think it'll be out this weekend.
Yeah.
I believe so. And I'm not sure, again, at least what we heard from Braden, not sure if he's going to come back next week.
We'll find somebody.
Yeah.
It'll be somebody will be here. There'll be a third.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
I am like by my word.
Okay.
You know that.
All right.
You're like that too.
I'll trust you. That's true.
Someone's going to roll up to your house.
Okay. Better or worse. Yeah, so Black Klansman for next week, if at all possible. And yeah, so Chloe, as always, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I hope you get back safe. It's kind of storming and thundering and raining.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And
bye.
Ta.